Hi, I'm Samantha Tan and welcome to Santan's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a really easy and comforting brunch or breakfast if you want to eat it for breakfast called eggs in Purgatory, and it's an Italian dish that is basically eggs poached in a rich tomato sauce, and it's really easy to make. It costs practically nothing and it's really nice. First thing you have to have is garlic, chopped tomatoes. I always keep a tin of chopped tomatoes in my cupboard. In emergencies, it's the best thing. You make all kinds of sauces, all kinds of stews, and you should also always have a carton of eggs sitting there, again, for emergencies. Now, eggs in Purgatory is a southern Italian dish, and my fiance Ari first read about it in a cookbook called The Sopranos Family Cookbook. And it's a cookbook we found in a thrift store for like £1 or something when we lived in London. And it was basically a compilation of Italian recipes as if the characters from the TV show had written them. It's a really cool little thing. And eggs in Purgatory was a dish in that cookbook. My version today is a little adaptation of it. I've put some stuff in that they don't ordinarily do, but in my opinion it makes it taste better. So anyway, so let's get started. First you take a clove of garlic. Now, the easiest way to peel a clove of garlic is to put it flat against your chopping board. Use the flat side of your knife, put it on top, and just apply some pressure. Just by doing that, you can see the skin slides right off. And then you take a few basil leaves, and so a couple of these leaves cost barely anything. And I'm gonna turn the heat up, maybe to medium, something like that. A glug of olive oil. That's another thing you should always have in your kitchen. And then when it's hot, I'm going to tear up my basil leaves a little bit so the flavor can disperse. You just chuck that in. Right, and my favorite bacon to use is this thing called bacon ends and pieces. They're just as good as normal bacon, just maybe a little uglier, you know, like the ugly sister or something. And I'm going to snip my bacon right into the pan. Now if you're vegetarian, you don't have to use bacon. You can add red chili flakes, you can add onions, you can add olives, mushrooms, whatever you want. I mean, that's the beauty of cooking. You just make it according to your own taste. So we're gonna stir this around, and while that's sizzling, I am gonna grab a can of tomato puree. You can use, if you want to use chopped tomatoes, you can. It's a little bit more liquid. So I would use tomato puree or tomato paste where possible. You pour like half the can in. That's about half? Yeah, roughly. I'm going to chuck some salt and season the tomatoes. Not too much because the bacon is salty. And then I'm gonna grab eggs. So 6 eggs. And then I'm gonna sprinkle, I have this little cute thing that my friend gave me. It's like a 4-in-1 handy pot for mixed herbs. Like that. And then some black pepper like that. And then you top the whole thing with a pile of cheese. And again, you can put as little or as much as you want, according to taste. And then all you do is put the lid on. You wait like 8 to 10 minutes, and I'll show you when it's done. And you get a nice little bowl of comforting eggs and cheese and tomato and herbs and bacon, and then you get some crusty bread and you dip it all in. And it costs you something like $1 a person. If you went to a cafe, that would cost you $8 or $9 per head. So there's no reason you shouldn't make it yourself. We'll be back in 8 minutes. So let me just check these eggs. Awesome. Okay, that's done. Whew. So awesome. And then you position the bread like so. And all of a sudden, you have a beautiful meal. It'll probably cost you $10 in a cafe, but in total, bread included, costs $1.50 per person to make at home. There you have it. Eggs in Purgatory, Santan style. Cheap, simple, and downright delicious. Thank you for watching. This is Santan's Kitchen. For this recipe and more, visit www.samtanskitchen.com.